Hello everyone, as you know I'm Mr. Half Zombie, Mr. Half Man today in the building in the house, and as we said that today we're going to have a hot debate, and the debate is going to talk about democracy at the best form in the government. You're going to see what is going on. I don't want to talk much. What I want to tell you, my dear friends, make sure that you have already subscribed our channel, right? Comment, like, and to get our more updates. And what I want to tell you that if you have any kind of debate or any kind of statement, any question, you can drop down in a comment, then we're gonna deal with it. So now I have something to say. Let me tell you, just let us jump right in.
Hello, this is next day in Untouchable English Center. As normal, we're going to bring to you a wonderful and hot debate that we're going to discuss here. Today, we are going to have a debate that talks about democracy at the best form in the government. I do have a lot of experts in my place here, and I'm going to give them chances to introduce for themselves to you. Don't go anywhere. Welcome. By starting with you, guy.
I'm known as Mr. Mohammed from USA.
I'm known as Diybalaa, half man, half vampire from Untouchable English Center.
My name is Bosco 112. I'm from Broken Bridge.
By the name, I'm known as Mr. Hassan from the State University of Zanzibar.
By the name, I'm known as DHUL-KHULAIFAT Ali from Diybalaa Girls Secondary School.
By the name, I'm known as Mr. Electricity from River Paradise.
Okay, you are warmly welcome. As you see, we are going to have a hot debate because we do have a lot of experts, as I told you before. Without losing much time, let me bring this wonderful chance to Mr. Hassan there. As I told you, our topic is democracy at the best form in the government. What do you want to say about this?
As I said that, I'm a Mr. Hassan from the State University of Zanzibar. Totally, if you talk about democracy at the best form in the government, I support this. Because without democracy, we can't do anything. Because within the democracy, we are going to express our feeling, we are going to criticize the government, you are going to get the right to be leader. So how you are going to get this chance to rule the democracy? If you say that democracy is nothing, I can't understand you what you say. If you are genius, you are going to support this point by saying democracy at the best form in the government. Apart from that, there is a difference right through the democracy. So what I need, soon as possible, to be a leader. How can you be a leader? Because of democracy. If you say that there is no democracy, how can I will be a leader? So through democracy, I can say that it's the best form in the government. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Hassan, for your wonderful contribution. We really got something from you. Without losing much time, let me give a chance to Mr. Rashid there.
First, thanks Mr. Chairperson for giving me this glamorous opportunity to contribute in a motion which says that democracy at the best form in the government. Really and exactly, when you look, Mr. Chairperson, when you look about democracy, this is not a best form in the government because of the following point that I have here. The first point is violence in the country. Really and exactly, Mr. Chairperson, democracy have led a lot of the violence occur in the country. For example, in USA, black people are isolated and humiliated because of the skin, and there's no any right for them to vote, for them to be a leader. So this is a good thing for the people So if you say democracy is the best form of government, and they are lead by the democracy, it's going to be difficult for me to believe you, my friend. So if you want to convince me to believe you, first you have to come here with vivid example, and for that I'm proud to say that democracy is not the best form in the government. Thanks.
Democracy is not best form in the government. That's how Mr. Electricity ended it. So this time is for you, Mr. Bosco.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, Mr. Chairperson, for giving me this wonderful chance. My name is Bosco 112. I'm here to support the motion, say that democracy is the best form of the government. Yeah, really and exactly, to be honest, in the beginning, I had the better desire to stand in front of the people. I had the better desire to tell the people that democracy is not the best form of the government. But when I stayed down and start to think properly what's the pros and cons of the democracy, I didn't understand even for 1 minute that there's something better than democracy. So now I believe for 100% that democracy is the best form of the government. So for those people who believe wrong that democracy is not a form of the government, are those people who have a little knowledge, are those people who have a poor brain and fixed mindset. Because of what? Because the old people, because the world wide believe that democracy is the best form of the government. That's why you can see that most of the country in the world have a better ruling system. That is a democracy. Mr. Chairperson, democracy has a large support to make life better. Democracy has a large support to maintain peace and solidarity due to democracy. And one of the best things in democracy gives the people a chance, give the men chance, give the women chance, the chances to choose the president what they want, to choose the leaders what they need. So due to democracy, all people in the country get chances just to show the government what is good, what is bad. They get chances to love and hope their country. Mr. Chairperson, I'm very disappointed with supporting team because they try to cheat themselves. Because of what? The world believe that democracy is the best form of the government, but they believe that democracy is not a form of the government. The world say yes, but they say no. The God go further. They try to go back. They try to go backward. So due to this marvelous and a crushable point, if you cry or not, democracy is the best form of the government. Thank you.
Okay, that was Mr. Bosco, and he said like the world say yes and my people here are saying no. As I told you before, this is Untouchable English Centers, and we do bring to you wonderful and hot debate at the way you see right now. Without losing your time, let me give this marvelous chance to my mommy here, Ifa from Bembela Secondary School. Dear Ifa, this is your time.
Okay, thank you, my dear Chairperson, for giving me this. I'm here to contribute the motion which says that democracy is the best form of government, but was it that democracy is not the best form of government. But before I go on with my own point, I have to cross the supporting teams. They say that this is the source of giving people freedom of expression. Expression. How can that be? If they have this, they will create conflicts, they will create violence. So you mean that everyone should have this kind of state that everyone has the freedom to do what they want. But I don't believe in it, because when they have this, government will not spare the citizen for giving them bad rulers. So what I need to say is, we don't want your ideas, we need the facts, not your beliefs. And my point is, the democracy just depends on majority of people wills, but not the facts. They just depend that people say that yes, while others they say no. They just don't believe that those say no, they have the reality on it, but just follow the first thing. So what I need to tell you is, when you want to teach something, have an idea what you want to teach. Don't come here to just telling that without any evidence. I'm out.
She's up. That's how Miss Ifa ended it. You know, she said like when you say the freedom of expression, you're going to create a violence. Okay, that's how they are. And Mr. ABDILAHI from French, I think you have something to say.
That's right.
I need to say.
Well, Mr. Chairperson, thank you so much for giving me this glamorous opportunity to contribute something in this debatable debate that we have here on the table. Really and exactly, Mr. Chairperson, I do support this motion because of democracy, right? I think beautiful flower Vanea said that democracy is the source of violence, and also Mr. RASHID, electricity. That thing's not, really, because violence is against of democracy. You can understand this, and you have to understand what is democracy. right? When you talk democracy, you have to understand that, I mean, two Greek words that mean demo, mean people, and kras mean power or rule. This means that the power of people, this democracy. So due to this, we can get a lot of benefit and advantage in our country if we have this system of government, right? And also we can get a lot of development and freedom due to democracy. Because of what? Due to democracy, you can get accountability of leader. This is a situation where a leader can make decision according wish and willing of the people. And we can get a lot of development due to that. So if you tell us democracy is not good form in the government, it's not really, and this has been big disaster, right? Because that's something that you want, my lady or my friend here. It's equal to say that you celebrate the war and cry for peace later on, because democracy, the source of peace and solidarity in our country. That is democracy, and basic principle of democracy is it for that, right? So you don't have to say that democracy is not good form in the government. You have to say democracy is the best form in the government. So thanks, Mr. Chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. Abdullah, for your wonderful contribution. And our debate today is talking about democracy the best form in the government. And I do believe that you really see wonderful contributions from my expert right now, as I told you. So directly to Mr. Half man, half zombie, Kota America. This is your time.
Okay, thank you, firstly, Mr. Chairperson, for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and thank you for having us today. A really amazing day. You know, I'm here always just to keep it clear, right, about this kind of debate, because other people, they try to show, what they have, but it's totally wrong. So now just want to give them the real definition about this, democracy, because it seems that just the talk, they didn't give any kind of, a definition about this, right? My dear friend here just talking about this, so now just let me give you a definition. What is democracy? We should understand what democracy, when they say democracy, firstly we should understand that is a noun, right? It means that uncountable noun. When you go in a different place, when you go in a dictionary, in an old dictionary, you're going to see, and even you're going to Google what the mean democracy, you're going to get this meaning. And you have to go there, my friends, a supporting team. So I want to tell you something. Meaning of the democracy means that, democracy ruled by people directly in a government and not a citizen. That is a simple way and a simple definition. So now just let me keep it clear about this kind of debate. My dear friend, not only me and a lot of people, they're going to support it. I want to tell my dear supporter, to be allowed, it don't mean that you are right. We see, a lot of flies, then a dungy, right around the dungy. So it don't mean that you are right. So being allowed, you don't give them the right to say that I'm in the right. So now just let me keep clear about this. So we're not talking about democracy, my dear friend. Everybody should understand about this. Democracy is really bad system in a government. That's what I'm saying. Because for citizens, there is no any kind of benefit, and everybody should understand about this. I would like just to give a good evidence about this, what has happened. You see, always look about democracy, we see a different country, almost in the African country, really we suffer from this problem. A lot of people dying. Look election, a lot of people dying. Right? We see the people suffer, killed, murdered. We see journalists, all of them are dying. Right? Some of them are dying all by day. We see this kind of problem. You see this in democracy? So just now let me keep it clear. The one who created this kind of thing, they don't want to see us just to get a unit. You should understand about this. That's why they created, they know that when we are just to bring them, the violence is going to take place. Once they're going to fight each other or one another, we're going to protect them. We're going to send our soldiers. And what has happened to, we see it in America, they do like that. In the European country, they do like that. My dear friend, I would like just to give them another example. We see what has happened in Hiroshima, what has happened, right? Bomb in an atomic bomb, what did they did in America? We understand about this kind of situation. If they love democracy, why they do, this is something always. We see nowadays, democracy, it creates a lot of bad gains. We see because of democracy. We see because in these, on our different countries in Africa, once the leader get a position or are there in election, well, they have already defeated, but they don't want to give them another position. You see, we see in Africa something like this happen. I surprisingly to see the beautiful people and they have a good mind, but today they talk here nonsense. Everybody cannot agree about this. My dear friend, if you don't have something to say, better shut up, right? I would like just to give another thing about it to good evidence, and everybody gonna understand about what I'm talking about. That is that is happening. We see in a I would like just to talk a reality thing that the previous year that is happening. We see in America, Georgia, Florida are murdering. Murdered for what? That is a black, because he's a black. We see, if we say that America are the one, the love of the right, the love of justice, the love of freedom, the love of everything, why they are killed, always the black people are killed there. We see this problem happen. If you are right, why you take them in position, or you take them in your own decision to kill somebody? Why this? And we see another thing, Mr. Chairperson, I want to add here, and I want to end up on here, they should understand about this. We see, the country that, Africa, Libya, so what is happening in Libya. The first time when we look at Libya, really was strong. But after seeing them in America, why they're strong? They're going to defeat us in some of business and economy. We're going to, attack them. That's why they try to make gangs to make sure that they're going to be against it with the government. Well, look, Muhammad Gaddafi did a great job. Everyone say this is good for Muhammad Gaddafi. But what they did? America, they tried to kill them, associated him, and they tried just to come to protect that country. That really something is happening. Why you do like that if you love democracy? My dear friend, let me end up on here and just want to tell you, if you don't have something to say, better shut up. Because when you talk nonsense, I will never allow you to talk about this. Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. Thank you.
Oh, that was called America, and you got what he said. If you got nothing to say, better shut up. That's how he ended. We keep going on our debate, and our topic today say democracy are the best form in the government. And you do see a lot of ideas, a lot of positive mindset right now discussing about this. And sometimes I got nervous. I don't know what to do. I don't know where can I go, this side or this side. They are so hot. Okay, let me give this chance to Mr. Hassan. I do see you saying lazy. What you want to say?
Okay, really, I got your point, but you are totally wrong, because you have to differentiate between democracy and implementation, and as well as you have to differentiate between discrimination and democracy. If you focus on this, you have to keep the democracy as democracy. So you are going to talk about, you spoke about discrimination while we are talking about democracy. So you are totally wrong. So if you talk about democracy, you have to talk about right of everything.
This is a right that
no. So you have to stay cool as you are.
You know,
Staying cool?
Mister, I don't know, you are now still in the darkness. Always Martin Luther King, say that, darkness can never drive out the darkness. Only light can do that. Hate can never drive out hate. Only love can do that. I want to show you love and a lot here. Because you talk about, when you talk about discrimination, you mean us, you talk about democracy. Because you are the one, you just bring people democracy, and then you are the one doing the gender discrimination, you are the one doing that. My dear friend, I would like just to give you a good evidence. This kind of system is not our system. We should find where we are, right? Where we do come from. That is going to be real for us. And the African leaders, I suggest to them just to have our own system. That is, we have to support it. Because when you see, the weakness of democracy is a load for Africans. People are always suffer. People are always fighting each other. In the African people dying day by day about democracy. So my dear friend, better keep quiet about this kind of thing, because you don't know what is the black, what is the white.
Okay,
stay quiet, my friend.
They want to say they know what is black and they know what is white. That's why I see there.
I hope they
want
know how
to comment something. Okay?
No.
Yes.
To be honest, Mr. Chairperson, we cannot agree. I mean, the false always, because we love the reality and we are in reality. So when we talk about the democracy is not a form of the government, you totally be wrong. Because of what the whole world is said first. The whole world always believe that democracy is the best form of the government. That's what Malcolm said, that in the word democracy, there's the opposite of dictatorship. So in dictatorship, he said that dictatorship is the worst form of the government. So if you have a democracy in your country, it means that you have a dictatorship. So this country will be always burned in the system of this dictatorship. So those people who believe that democracy is not a form of the government, this is the headway sign of the people. They don't know anything about
How could you say
democracy.
that?
So let me tell you something, my friend.
Say something, Rashid.
You know, unless the system is productive, is not fit, even need to be followed. And when I say productive, I don't mean provide man and other resources. Here I mean that we have to have peace and solidarity in our country. Really exactly. In all countries that follow democracy are all in the balance.
If you say about democracy, you think that it's total wrong. You have to know where you come from. I would like to ask a question, where you come from this kind of democracy?
Thank you so much.
That is total wrong.
Thank you so much. As you see, our topic today was democracy at the best form in the government, and we had a wonderful and hot debate from my expert that I got right here today. So what I want to tell you is that if you have any comment, if you have any suggestion, you can put it down and we can read it and we can share it with you. If you have any topic that you need us to discuss, we can do it. Just comment down and we can do it. This was Untouchable English Centers, and as normal, we are going to bring you more and more hot debate. Till the next time, it was me, Salim. Bye-bye.